Because you, Alice, are the one who stole my memory. I think you're making a lot of jumps right now.
We can't rid the kingdom of Heartless until we get Her Majesty's memory back. This is a serious crime.
This is so unfair. So what if you're a queen? Don't blame me just because you can't remember things.
Such insolence! You're talking to the Queen of Hearts! And to think I might have to let you go. Or I might have let you go had you apologized straight away. What a brazen thief! Who's the brazen one? Oops. Sora? The court has reached a verdict. Off with her head! There's too many hearts in this game. That's why I did that. Hold it! This trial's a farce. You should investigate before you arrest innocent people. What is the meaning of this? How dare you suggest Alice didn't steal my memory, like my parking tickets? I suppose you know who the real culprit is then? Huh? Speak, or it's off with all your heads! Now out with it! Who is the thief? Can I unzip my pants? ... I'm the thief! Say that again? Gosh, really?
No.
Of course not. What else am I gonna say?
This is really screwy, Sora.
Kind of like my parking tickets. Can't seize them all. See, this is the only time when we can actually make the joke of her deck actually is the enemy. Where's your deck? Oh, it's out in front of me, kicking my butt, obviously. So yeah, so while we're taking care of this, so that's kind of your viewpoint on the matter, but your viewpoint on the community reaction got interrupted. So, anything else you wanted to add to that?
Well, I'm just gonna say, since, you know, I just don't, I think they really need to have, you know, it put on PC or whatever, and just say that the phone can be as a side option, you know, to kind of introduce the concept that, yeah, games could go on to this, but I think it was just kind of premature of being put into that slot.
But of the people who are complaining, do you think that they actually are giving kind of a bratty argument, or do you kind of see their point of view?
Well, I see their point of view.
Yeah. So at that point, would you agree or disagree with people like Pat the NES Punk, who thinks all of the people complaining are a bunch of entitled brats?
I just
those are his words, not mine.
I just like it when they don't make the assumption that just because we don't agree with this, that they think, you know, we're, you know, that we don't know any better.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, one of the things that's actually starting to bother me is we're starting to have a bunch of YouTubers that will admit in their video they have not watched the BlizzCon footage. They've only watched the clips that are up for everybody on YouTube to see. They haven't seen all the questions leading up to that point. They've admitted the only thing they've seen is that one guy who said, "Is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?" Okay? And if that's all you've seen, sure, it's gonna look like that. But that's not what was happening there. Already, like 2 or 3 questions before that point, somebody was being very nice and very constructive about it and saying, is there any possibility that this game could come out on PC?
Yeah, they were just being...
And they said, no, it's not. And the fan reaction to that was boo. Up until that point, you guys don't realize, like, you saw the boo reaction. You didn't see the dead silence in the opening ceremony. The absolute deafening silence that happened. And so, I'm sorry, but the reaction that was happening was very natural. especially since a lot of people just had that look of disbelief in their face
Yeah.
at what just happened. Whew.
What? Where's Alice?
Looks like she escaped. Perhaps she did, but you won't. For you've fell into my trap card.
I think we've been trumped.
Ha! Sorry. Run! Hey, future Drak, could you put up a picture of Trump just to piss off all the people that'll be pissed off by that? But I mean, you just did make the joke. So you've been trumped. Bump! You know. So I think that's pretty much it. Like that's kind of your viewpoint and frankly mine is like, first of all, if you're gonna criticize people, know what the frick you're talking about. Actually watch all the other footage. I'm not saying go out and buy a freaking virtual ticket. There are enough panels, full panels up right now on YouTube. You can do that. You can watch it and you can figure out. And the funniest thing about that too, that I'd actually like to point out, these are the exact same guys that that joined right along with us in giving Electronic Arts all the crap in the world last year for Battlefield 2 or for Star Wars Battlefront 2. For the microtransactions and that.
Yes.
A lot of these guys right there with us. So I'm sorry, not a leg to stand on as far as I'm concerned. If you didn't like that and you have no problem with this, I don't know what to tell you. That's already very fishy to me. But, so the next thing that we actually need to get into, Andrea, and this is on more happier subjects. If you guys want to see more details, I have a video up on Diablo Immortal. I also am going to have a wrap-up video for BlizzCon, kind of taking care of some of the reaction to Diablo Immortal, as well as the announcement that we might actually have some other Blizzard IPs going to mobile, which is fine, because again, they have PC iterations. So at that point, the PC community is appeased. We also have to talk about the latest trailer. The Winnie the Pooh trailer that launched at the Microsoft XO18 conference that they did for upcoming Xbox announcements. So, Andrea, we have a snazzy new trailer showcasing that it is confirmed the 100 Acre Wood is returning.
And to who knows how many people are like, not this world again.
I think you were one of them.
I didn't mind it, but I just think it's overdone way too much.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it's Square Enix.
True.
They are going to... That to me, like that's making the same complaint of Blizzard for using the Dark Moon Fair. Yeah. Well, that's where they put all the mini games, you know?
Well, true, but at least with the Dark Moon Fair, you know, it's every once a month. Yeah. Versus like every week or, you know, one.
Yeah, so I'm not necessarily faulting them for that. I'm just kind of happy that they expanded the Winnie the Pooh cast.
Well, that's true.
There.
That's true.
Because we're getting the little heffalump that's been in the recent movies. And also, finally, Gopher is going to be in it. Like my favorite Pooh character is Gopher.
Oh, was he in like the?
Yeah, he's in the trailer, and we also have his voice cast.
Okay, so, I just didn't notice it yet.
So Gopher is confirmed, along with the little heffalump, and then also we got tons of developments in that trailer, but that's kind of expected at this point. Like we keep on getting these little story hintings that just blow everybody's mind this year. Because it started at E3 with the Aqua reveal. And then later on, we got the Big Hero 6 reveal, which basically kind of hinted that Roxas was going to go evil. Kind of thing.
Or you were thinking more Ventus?
Well, the guess that both you and I have is that the character Vanitas is going to be inhabiting Ventus's body.
Well,
and so
yeah.
at that point, since Ventus looks like Roxas has turned evil.
Yeah, but we don't. But that wouldn't necessarily mean that Ventus is Roxas.
Yeah, well, we don't know anything at this point. Because here's the thing. Nomura could still throw a left hook in all of our faces and show us the exact opposite from what the trailer showed. I mean, even you and I can agree on this. Like, we could get into the game, and we get, like, this tiny little snippet of a scene. We don't get the whole picture, and the whole picture is going to make a lot more sense than that little snippet is.
Yeah.
So already, like, we're making a lot of assumptions based off of what we have seen. For all we know, this evil Aqua is a duplicate of some kind. Or it is exactly what the, what was it? The Square Enix of America rep said, which is like, she's just taken in too much of the world of darkness, and so it's taken over her body. It could be that too. We don't know. But in this case, we did have another kind of swerve as, well, Terra showed up.
Yeah. Good old Terra.
Specifically, the what the community calls Terra Xehanort, which is it's evil Terra, roughly.
Okay. So that's the reward door, whatchamacallit.
Okay.
So we don't have a key card for that. So.
Oops. Well, we need to go and get our card. So.
Well, unfortunately, those randomly, I believe, drop at certain. There we go. This is the one.
So yeah, it's not evil Terra, but it's Terra that looks evil, roughly. And so at that point, a lot of speculation has been bouncing towards, is Terra going to be an enemy? As we already know that Aqua will be. Now, we do know that Xehanort inhabits Terra's heart.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we immediately assuming that this is Terra Xehanort? Or do we think that this is the actual Terra?
I think, it's kind of like, it's kind of hard to really say, because, I mean, now we have old Xehanort.
Yep. Things got a little crazy back there, but at least you're okay. Sorry, we're interrupting this program to give you a story.
I don't mean to be ungrateful, but was that true? What you said? Are you the thief?
What? Of course not. Why would I steal the Queen's memory?
Because you got parking tickets?
Yeah, that pretty much. Yep, Sora. Sora only said that because he wanted to save,
To show off!
Yes, totally to show off, not about the parking tickets.
Is that right? Well, you saved me all the same. Thank you.
And random head out of nowhere.
The Cheshire Cat.
Feeling better after that mad dash, are we? Oh, but you're not out of the woods yet. Uh-huh. The Queen's a stickler for justice. She won't forget you till she remembers. There's a no. There's an argument with that sentiment. She won't forget you until she remembers. She won't stop hounding you till you get her memory back. Did she forget because she remembers? Does she remember that she forgot? Doesn't matter, I suppose. Why do you speak in riddles all the time? Jeez. I don't know. I think we ought to just stay away from her. But Sora, what about Alice? If the Queen catches her again, it's off, well, Then I guess we better do something about the Queen. You should do something, but you don't have to do anything. Huh? You can't remember something. It's like it never happened. Likewise, if it's something that never happened, you can't remember it. Try too hard to remember, and your memory might lie to you. Lie? That's all I say. I'll say the rest is for you to figure out. I'm confused. Kind of like those parking tickets. So there you go. Now we have the key of truth.
Yeah, so I think since Xehanort is back to his old self, basically, do you think Terra Xehanort is still kind of like, you know, he still has a part of Xehanort in him?
I'll tell you my theory on the matter is, and again, sorry, I should have put this up here. Spoiler warning for the trailer and also for the games, but we're kind of guessing that if you're watching this Let's Play, you're not coming brand spanking new to the series. Because a lot of newer fans, they basically go to 1, 2, Birth by Sleep, and then they don't touch anything else. So if you're gonna get spoiled, I'm really sorry about that. But here's my theory. We have in other trailers seen both Ansem and Xemnas, who we know make up the Heartless and Nobody of Terra Xehanort. Okay? So we know that those two are there. But after a certain point in the game, they stop showing up in the trailers. That's at least a guess. And I'm wondering, and I have wondered for a while now, if at some point we're going to have final showdowns with both of them, finally vanquish them, and in turn, basically merge the body and the heart together again and recreate Terra Xehanort. Except it's not going to be Xehanort in there, it's going to be Terra. But like a Terra without his memories, so to speak. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think is going to happen, is this is the Terra that's not going to have his memories. And that's where because the other thing in the trailer we should point out is that the Lingering Will, his armor, is confronting him. And his armor might actually contain Terra's memories and the truest essence of Terra's heart. So at that point, like, having them fight so that they can then merge together and work with Sora and crew. That's my guess. I can't confirm it. I really can't substantiate it with evidence. It's just my theory. Does that answer your question?
That's possible.
All right.
There's just so many things that we could all speculate on.
Yeah. The other thing that I know a lot of people are speculating on is a new world was shown, but not too much information given about it. It's like a world of mirrors and water and clouds, and we see a bunch of Soras walking around together. What do you think that actually is?
Well, we were all speculating if it was Kingdom Hearts itself, or if it's a world that was what we were expecting. You know.
Mm-hmm. But I'm asking, what do you think it is?
Maybe it's a Day Escape or something, or Kingdom Hearts. You know, it's one of the two.
A Day Escape?
Yeah, Data Escape.
Oh, a Data Escape. That's what you're saying. So like recoded. Roughly.
Yeah, sorta.
Okay. I actually do like another theory that's been going around the net, and I want to bring it up to you. Because the other thing, too, is that in the exact same world, we actually see what is called a Chirithy. And the Chirithy are from Kingdom Hearts Key, or Kai.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have speculated that it might not necessarily be inside Sora's heart. It might actually be inside Ventus's heart.
That'd be interesting.
And we do know that Ventus has a Chirithy.
Yeah.
Because he shows up as a swerve in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. So at that point, it would make sense for him to have a Chirithy, and maybe that's the Chirithy that Sora interacts with.
Yeah.
I think the theory is at least possible.
I mean, we could not rule that out.
The obvious question that I have is, do we know whether or not current day Keyblade holders also get Chirithy? They just don't know they do. So like, do Sora and Riku get Chirithy because they have a Keyblade? I kind of wish we could get that question answered. Because if not, then yes, this is probably Ventus's Chirithy. But if not, then it could be Sora's Chirithy, and he just exists within his heart?
Possibly.
I don't know. I kind of wish that they would go more in-depth into it, but the one thing that we know for certain is that at the very end, it looks like we are actually going to witness the opening of Kingdom Hearts in this game. As Old Man Xehanort is standing with his 12 other darknesses and they are at the Keyblade Graveyard. So we can only guess that, yes, we are actually going to open the door that is Kingdom Hearts. How do we feel about that?
Oh, it's gonna be intense.
I think it's only appropriate.
Uh-huh.
Every game has been leading up to this point. So it's only appropriate for us to have this payoff of, yes, the villains succeed at Open Kingdom Hearts, and then we can finally figure out what Kingdom Hearts is.
Yep.